Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rakha Kodash. Yahweh is the true name of Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. And Yahweh Shai is the true name of the Heavenly Father's Son, the Son of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, and peace and blessings goes to the hopeful elect, my brothers that are out in the highways pushing this word and this truth in sincerity. I'm the brother Isaiah from GMS LA, and in today's lesson, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. But in today's lesson, I would like to go into no man can buy or sell save he that hath the mark. And what is the mark? The mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is the RFID chip, which is going to be a device that's going to be implanted either in your right hand or in your forehead. And it's going to be a new way of paying, a new way of buying things and selling things. It's going to be a new way of identifying yourself. It's going to be a new way of, it's going to be a new thing. Okay, as the scripture says in Isaiah 42:9, it says, "Behold, the former things are come to pass," right? Going into former prophecies that already came to pass. All right, because you got to understand. Well, let's read it. Because it says, "Behold, the former things are come to pass." An example of that is the flood. Before the flood happened, the Lord used Noah, which was a preacher of righteousness, which was a prophet, to prophesy that flood before it happened. All right, it says, "And new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them." Right. So before any prophecy comes to pass, the Lord is telling you of them. All right, because the word prophecy specifically means to say before. All right, so before anything happens, before the Lord does anything, he tells you of them through the mouth of his prophets. And it says, the main point, new things the Lord declares. Okay, new things do I declare. What is that new thing? That mark of the beast was what Apostle John saw in Revelation, the 13th chapter, in the 16th verse on down, man. All right, that's a new thing. That is an example of a new thing that the Lord's declaring before it happens. All right, it's going to happen, man. All right, the Esau, his whole plan, he's gonna, get rid of this cash society. Make this whole world into a cashless society and have everyone to get chipped. And the main purpose of it is for total control. Like what Nick Rockefeller told Aaron Russo. They want total control of the people, man. One way that they're going to do that is to having you get chipped. All right. Now, I have this video I want to show y'all, which was basically the inspiration.
If someone came up with the idea of cash today, it would be immediately banned. If someone came up with the idea of cash today, it would be immediately banned. Cash is an amazing tool for privacy, for freedom, for activism, but it's being attacked. Today we really have two kinds of money. Public money, that's a liability of the central bank, and then money created by the banking system in the private sector. A central bank digital currency is a direct liability of a central bank, and it allows the government total control.
The digital yuan is issued by the central bank, just like paper notes, tied to the Chinese government.
What people don't realize is they're a massive human rights issue. All kinds of digital transactions are controlled, surveilled, monitored, blacklisted.
A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control that will determine the use, and also we will have the technology to enforce that.
There's already several hundred million people in China that are using or have exposure to these CBDCs.
digital yuan is meant to allow the government to keep an eye on money flows. It can also be programmed, for example, to expire to encourage people to spend.
There are authoritarian regimes pushing these things, and a lot of them are moving towards a rapid deployment phase. The CBDC Tracker is a new project from the Human Rights Foundation. It stands for Central Bank Digital Currency Tracker. It's going to be an online resource that describes the progress of central bank digital currencies around the world, especially in authoritarian countries, and the civil liberties, red flags, and risks that come along with this. It'll be a resource for policymakers, journalists, the general public, and it'll be out at the end of the year.
As you saw right there, how you have plenty of governments around the world secretly, quietly developing this central a digital currency. What is going to be used as a digital currency? It is not going to be your phone. It may start off that way, all right, but the ultimate goal is going to be a chip that's going to be implanted in your right hand or your forehead. Because like you heard in that video, they want the government wants, which really is the elites, all right, the secretly around the world, all right. They want total control of the people. And the best way of that is putting a chip, because not only will they be able to track your spending and limit how much, limit, how long you can have your money for, they can also track you, know where your whereabouts, like you're a dog, because really the elites, they consider the people, they consider us goyim, they consider us cattle, man. And what do you do to cattle? You brand their cattle. And that's what Esau is trying to do. He's trying to brand these people, man. All right, make you eternal slaves, have full control over you, man. You lose all your rights because cash is private. When someone that has a bunch of cash, you don't know, they can't track you. They can't track you. They can't see what you're spending. They can't, let's say you owe them money, right? But they can't take that. They can't take it out of your bank because, it's cash. You got it in cash. You don't got it in the bank. But real soon they're about to get rid of this cash, man. They're gonna make this world into a cashless society. Well, cash will be a thing of the past, man. New thing is to have a chip where you'll be able to buy things. If you want to do your grocery shopping, if you want to receive government aid, if you want to pay your rent or put gas in your car and many other things, okay, they're able to if you want to do all that, you need to have a chip, man. Okay, and you gotta think about it. You gotta third party sales, garage sales, selling your own personal item for extra cash. That would be all done away with. That'll all be done away with unless you have that chip, man. Because another reason why they want the chip is so they can tax everything. So that means if your grandma gives you money, all right, for your birthday, like people get birthday cards for the money for their birthday and a birthday card, right? That's taxable. Everything will be taxable. Every purchase, every item, and every purchase, every money that is put in your account will be tracked and taxed. Okay? You basically lose all your right. All right, and there's gonna be people. This is why the scriptures speak of upwards of the people. You're gonna have people that are gonna resist this thing. But you gotta understand, when Esau comes out, remember the scriptures mentioned in Revelation 12 that he's gonna come with great wrath, that he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And not only is he in that wrath, is he gonna kill a lot of people. He's gonna try to get everyone chipped, and he's not gonna play around, man. This ain't gonna be like the little jab thing where you were able to maneuver out of it. You can get like a religious exemption. You could find another job. But this, when Esau comes out with this, with the chip, man, there's no way out of it, man. There's no other way to other way to escape it, man. It's gonna be. This is why it's known as a test. This is gonna be a test that the Lord is gonna test every soul that believes in her. Every soul on earth is gonna be tested, man, to see if they're willing to save their life or to lose it. And a lot of people are gonna seek to save their life, but they're gonna end up losing at the end because there's gonna be a punishment for this thing. Now, Slakia for my rambling. Let's get the book of Revelation, the 3rd chapter, and the 10th verse. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right. What is the hour of temptation? That mark of the beast, that RFID chip. That's gonna be a time of testing, man. Every soul, even myself, every one of us, we're gonna get tested. And what is gonna be tested? Our faith, man. But since we have kept his word, and we went out on the highways and byways and did the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, us sincere believers, the Lord is gonna keep us from that. He's gonna protect us from that. He's gonna protect us. But first, he's gonna try to see if we believe, to see if we're really about it, to see if we're really willing to lose our life, man. All right, everything. All right, to drop everything, like when Yahweh Shai came to Peter and Andrew, and the Lord told him to follow him, they immediately dropped. All right, and Peter asked. All right, let's get that real quick. Peter asked. I want to go back to that. Let's get the main point. Peter asked, right? Let's just get it. Matthew's 19 and 19 and 23 says, then said Yahweh Shai unto his disciples, verily I say unto you that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And this is after, a rich man asked him, what can he do to make it into the kingdom of heaven, right? So it says, and again I say unto you, is it easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High? And getting a camel through like a tight, narrow tunnel, which is very difficult, as you read upon it, that's easier than the rich man to forsake everything, because he has all he needs. And this is why the Lord don't give us all we need. I mean, give us all we want. Slakia. All right, he gives us what we need to survive and to maintain. All right, he keeps us in the middle. He don't make us rich, or neither does he make us dirt poor to the point where we're sleeping in the streets and picking food from the garbage can. No, man, he gives us just enough just to maintain and survive, because everything here is temporary. And this is what a lot of people do not understand. This is why all those that are going to seek to save their life in this world, all right, all those that seek to save their life in this world, that's what they don't understand, that they're going to end up, that all things here is temporary. They're going to try to seek to save everything. That's why you're going to have people take the chip, because they don't want to lose their house. They don't want to lose their nice job, man. And you saw an example of that, which was like a quiz with the year 2020, 2021, man. People followed along with the agenda simply because they don't want to lose their job, man. They don't want to lose their house. They had no faith. That was just a quiz. So that tells you that they're going to fail the test. But as you continue reading, it says, when his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved? But Yahweh Shai beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with the Most High all things are possible, right? With the Most High all things are possible, man. Anything is possible with the Lord, man. You gotta understand that the Lord, when he said he's gonna keep us from the hour of temptation, best believe he's gonna do that, man. Okay, he's gonna keep us from the hour of temptation. He's gonna make a way for us to escape, man. All right, even when people are starving, we're gonna be full. When people are, are thirsty, we're gonna be filled with drink, man. Okay, it says, then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? Right, we have forsaken all. That's the point. And followed thee, and we, in a sense, are doing that. All right, we're giving up our lives, sacrificing our free time for the Lord. Sacrificing our weekend, giving up ourselves as a sacrifice to the Lord, man. We're forsaking all. Okay. It says, and Yahushua said unto him, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, which is about to happen real soon, ye also shall sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And the Lord was speaking to his disciples. All right. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. Right? And that's so. Whatever we lose on this side, and that can include our own loved ones. All right, we're gonna receive 100-fold, man. We're actually, when we seek to, when we choose to, to lose our life in this world, we're gonna find it. We're gonna find true life, real life. But let's go back to Revelation, the 3rd chapter, the 10th verse. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. And just like how 2020, you had that whole thing happen, shut down the whole world. When this chip comes, it's going to be around the whole world. Because when you go to that Greek word, all right, world there, it's not cosmos, nor is it aeon. It's oikumene, which is the habits of earth. So everyone on earth. Okay, and what proves that also, well, let me finish reading. It says, to try them that dwell upon earth. So it's going to be a test. All right, it's going to be a testing. It's going to be a time of testing, man. All right, let's go to Revelation, the 13th chapter, and the 16th verse. It says, and he causes all, both small and great. All right, and it don't matter who you are in society. All right, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or on their foreheads. Right, so he causeth all. Let's look up a few words. He causeth all.
Strong's G 3956. Pas.
Individually. So it's going to be individual things. It'll be everyone's personal decision. This is not going to be a thing forced. Because if you don't take it, man, Esau's all right, you won't live in society. You won't function in society. Okay, and a lot of people, that's going to be their breaking point, man. When they find out they're going to lose their job, because what's the point of working when you can't get money? You can't get paid. Because the new way of, these businesses, in order for them to keep their business running and to pay their employees, they have to have that chip, man. You have to go through that system. Okay? So this is going to be a personal decision, man. So when people think about losing their job, it starts with losing their job and then not be able to pay your rent. And people think about it. People worry if you're short on rent. You start to worry. You start to worry and think about ways to pay your rent. So how much more when the society collapse, they bring in this chip and people have no idea how they're gonna live. So it's gonna be a personal decision. Like it says, each, every, any, all, the whole, everyone, all things collectively. All right. So again, he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor. It don't matter who you are in society. You could be the poorest to the richest. You're gonna have to have this chip, man. expect to see all these celebrities, all these athletes, all these entertainers, everyone have this chip. All right. It says, and he caused the law both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. So let's go into the word mark real quick, which the word mark is charagma, is a stamp, imprinted mark, which is what? That chip. All right, that they're gonna imprint, that they're gonna insert using a needle in your in your right hand or your forehead, man. Okay. The mark branded upon horses. Okay. The point is a stamp, imprinted mark. All right, that chip. Let's go to the next word, which is harax, which is a pail or a stake or palisade. Like a pail or stake, which just represents that needle that they're going to use to insert the charagma inside your skin. And what's gonna be in that charagma is gonna contain the graphol, which is the next word to look up when you go to the root word. Is graphol, which means to write with reference to the form of the letters, to delineate or form letters on a tablet, to write with reference to the consonants of writing, to commit to writing things not to be forgotten, write down, record. Right. So they're gonna use the harax, which is the needle, to insert the charagma, which is the chip, and what's gonna contain the chip is all your records, that graphol, everything about you, all information about you, man. Your name, your middle name, if you have one, your last name, your height, your weight, your medical history, your criminal history, your banking information. Everything about you is going to be contained in that chip, man. And Esau's going to be able to track every human being. And why is that? Because Esau, at the end of the day, he's trying to be the Most High. He is trying to be a God, which he can't. It's impossible. He's just a man, and the Lord's about to show him that. Okay? So it says to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, which is 666, man. Okay? So no man might buy or sell. So you won't be able to buy anything or sell or have a business or buy anything if you don't have this mark. You wouldn't be able to sell your you won't be able to have a garage sale. You won't be able to sell your car on the side. Well, you can. You just have to have that chip. Okay? And the money you're going to get from that is going to get taxed. Everything's going to get taxed, man. Like right now, like if your company gives you bonuses, that gets taxed. Like, and another thing, what also gets let's say I'll be looking at certain jobs and I see you get a 5,000 or 2,000 signing bonus. Yeah, that's pretty nice, but that gets taxed. Okay, if they really want to help us out, they'll give it to us in cash, man. But that gets taxed. So everything that you get in that chip is gonna get every money you receive, which is gonna be a digital form. That's gonna get taxed because Esau's gonna be able to see that, man. I'll be going when you go to like mechanics or to do stuff to work on your car or certain businesses, they'll charge you cheaper. They'll give you a better, a cheaper price if you pay cash. Why? Because it won't get taxed. All right. You want to work on your car. You may, let's say you're going to change your brakes and do your oil change, right? They may charge you about like let's say $80, let's say $100, right? If you pay cash, they may give you 60. May have you pay us a 60. You know, if you pay in cash, man. Why? Because it gets taxed. You know, even with, you know, you have certain companies out there charge you more at 10 cents or 50 cents, especially when you go to liquor stores, donor shops. They'll charge you more if you use card, because cash, it don't get taxed. But all that's going to be done away with, man. Okay, you're going to get taxed regardless, because this system is going to be digital, man. Cash is going to be done away with. All right, so let me end it with the punishment, because you always got to read the scripture that, in case you have any new listeners, of the punishment of receiving this mark. Because it's going to be enticing. You know, Esau is going to force it through one way. He's going to force it, besides making it enticing, but he's going to do it through terror and fear. Okay, yeah, this is Revelation 14:9. It says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image," right? And a lot of people, they're down with this system. Okay, they're down with this system. And it says, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, right? So like I said, a lot of people are down with this system, man. They love this world. They love how Esau set this system up. All right, and they're gonna want to keep it. They're gonna want to fight to keep it. That's why you can have a lot of willing souls that are just gonna take it. They're not gonna resist. You're gonna have people that are gonna resist, but through the terror that Esau's gonna bring upon them, they're gonna be broken down. This is why the Lord has to give you the spirit not to take the chip. All right, the Lord's gonna have to give you the spirit not to deny him, not to take the RFID chip, man. All right, because it's easy. You know, you have average people that know that the chip is the mark of the beast, and they'll tell you they're not gonna take it. It's easy now. It's easy to say now when you got food in your belly. You're able to go home every day to take a warm shower, turn on the TV. It's easy to say that when you're a piece of safety, but what about when it's total chaos? When you don't know when your next meal is gonna come from, when you don't know if you're gonna live or die, man. Okay? How about then? This is why we have to pray that the Lord gives us a spirit not to take the chip. That he gives us, you know, it keeps us from the hour of temptation. But in order for the Lord to do that, we must continue to keep the word of his patience all the way to the end, man. Okay? So again, it says, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb, right? So what is the wrath of the Most High? The wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is that nuclear destruction, that fire, man. All right? The cup of his indignation, that nuclear fire. Okay? Because it says he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, that nuclear fire. In the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb, right? Yahweh Shai, the angels, and the elect will all be watching those that took this mark in their right hand or their forehead, or it specifically doesn't have to be in your right hand or in your forehead. It could be in your left hand. It could be in your leg. It could be in your biceps. Okay, the fact that you accepted it, you're telling the Most High who your master is. And a lot of people's master is Esau, Edom. That's why they believe and do whatever he says. Because Esau is their God, man. Whether you want to accept it or not, no, the Lord is Savior. No. But your Lord and Savior is white, ain't it? So you're gonna trust the people that you think that the Lord is what the Lord is, like, which is these white people, man. You know? But that's gonna be your ass, because you're gonna be caught up in the snare. You're gonna get caught up in that trap that Esau's gonna set up for a lot of you jakes, man. And you're gonna feel that the cup of the Lord's indignation. You'll be tormented with fire, man. Okay? In front of Yahweh Shai, in in front of the angels and the elect, man. It's gonna be a wild day, but this is gonna be the punishment. All right, so with that, hopefully you brothers edified. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Till next time, I want to say shalom.